A few days ago, I met a very old friend. Smilingly, he told me,
Look, Tom, there is a very old haunted house in this city of London.
You're not telling the truth. You're joking. You're a scholar. You don't believe in ghosts.
No, bro, it's not a joke. I rented that house. I couldn't stay there for more than 3 days. It's not something special that I saw, but it's the sound. There's always a fear in my mind. There's an old lady in that house. I don't know how she lives. The old woman said that no tenant can stay in that house for more than 2 days.
After hearing my friend's words, I started to think, ghost house. After so long, I feel that my taste has satisfied. Forever my desire is to see ghosts. I can't tell you how many times I've wandered around graveyards, mausoleums, forests, but seeing ghosts never crossed my mind. That day never came. Did God fulfill my heart's desire today? Let's see what happens. I got to know the address of that house from a friend. I went in front of the house and saw that the door was locked. I heard from the neighbors that an old lady used to live in that house. She died a few days ago. One night a ghost came and killed her by twisting her neck. Since then, even crows do not enter into that house surroundings, and people also stay away from that house. Not even a mouse can stay at that house. I got more curious. After knowing the owner's address from the neighbors, I came to him.
You have heard many horrific true incident related to this house. I was in abroad for so long, and one of my cousin bought that house. I couldn't stay in that haunted house for too long. I stayed in that house for 2 days. Then I escape out of fear, just to save my life. If you want to stay in that house, you don't need to pay any rent.
Anyway, I took the key. I had a servant. He didn't believe neither ghost nor demon or evils. He was very brave and physically strong. I told him everything and asked, "Are you going to that house with me?" The servant said,
"How the ghost will come to me? I am scarier than the ghost. The ghost will run away when they see me."
I was happy to hear his brave words. Though I don't believe that ghosts exist, but still my soul wobble. My heart beats faster automatically, but having a partner gives you a lot of courage. I gave the key to the servant. "You go to that house. Keep the house clean, make the bed sheets, take my pistol and shot, and take yours too. I will go there in the evening." I went there in the evening. My servant opened the door. Seeing the smile on his face, I asked, "Is everything good?"
"Yes, sir. All is well."
"Have you seen anything?"
"I don't know. I didn't see anything, but I heard someone whispering in front of me. I heard this kind of sound repeatedly."
"Are you afraid?"
"Fear? What's that? I have no fear in my body. I have become the father of ghosts. If I see a real ghost, I will not be afraid, but I will be happy."
We entered into the house. I had a dog with me. The dog was very brave, but he was totally scared. We entered the house and started looking around. A huge building. 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and so many floors are there. I can't even say how many rooms was there in that house. We arrived in a large room, and that day, for the first time, I had experienced a fear related to paranormal entities. The room was not cleaned by my servant. The floor was covered with dust. There was nothing at that place. Suddenly, I saw a footprint right in front of me. A child's footprint, what comes before it. There was no other print beside it, just that one print. I stepped forward and placed my own foot on that footprint. Just then, another footprint I saw in front of me. My servant and I looked at each other. In this way, the footprints of a child begin to fall on the dust. When I went to the other side of the room and appeared in front of the wall, I noticed there was no footprints at all. After leaving from that room, we started to see other rooms. We sat in another large room. It was midnight. The servant lit a candle and placed it on the table in front of me. At that moment, from the other side of the room, a bed flew in the air and landed right in front of me. I said, "Oh, not bad." Gradually, I saw something sitting on that bed. The shape of a human being, but his body is made up with very liquid smoke. The dog started crying out of fear. The servant went to handle him. He asked, turning to me as he petted the dog.
Sir, did you stab me in the back?
"Oh, what happened?"
Someone hit me hard on the back.
I can't figure out how these things are being done by some sconundrel. However, I will not remain in silent until this mystery is solved. In the meantime, we left the house and went to the second floor. Our bodies started to get tired due to some kind of physical fear. I can't describe what exactly that fear was. We felt that some terrible substance hostile to people was present in that room. Suddenly, the door closed. At first, we both pulling the door together, but we failed to open. The servant said,
This door is made of thin plank. I will break it with 2 kicks. Then let's see how can the ghost save it.
But that door did not break even with many kicks. I also tried a lot. I could not break the broken door. Tired, we started to look at the house. Then there was a sound of loud laughter. The door slowly opened automatically. We rushed out of that terrible room. We came out of that room and stood on the balcony. On one side, a miraculous light of blue color was shining. We followed the light to see where it was coming from and where it was going. The light began to rise to the 3rd floor ahead of us by the stairs. The light entered a room 3 floors up. We assumed that the old lady lived alone in this room, and this house was her. There was a cupboard inside the room. I opened it and saw a silk handkerchief inside. 2 letters are tied on one side of the handkerchief. I left the room with 2 letters. To come to the 2nd floor, I started going down the stairs. It seemed that someone else was coming down next to me. But I didn't see anyone around. Suddenly, someone grabbed my hand. That invisible hand started trying again and again to snatch the 2 letters from my hand. Coming to my own bedroom, I asked the servant to sleep in a small room in front. The dog was very scared and took shelter in a corner of the house. Sometimes it started to sound like a loud cry. I started reading the 2 letters that I had brought from the upper room. 50 years ago, 2 letters were written by someone to his beloved one, but no one's name was written in it. Apart from the words of a good house, there was a hint of horror in it. It is as if someone has killed someone. After reading the 2 letters, I put them on the desk. 2 big lamps were burning in the house. This is winter country. The fire is burning in the fireplace. As a result, the room was flooded with bright light. There was a loud noise in the room. The dog is terrified and making loud noises. I went to stop him. The dog who loved me more than his life today tried to bite me. I did not dare to put my hands on him for fear of being bitten. At this time, the servant suddenly ran from his room and came to my room. His eyes were bloodshot. His whole body shows the impression of excitement and fear. He is having goosebumps. The face is blue.
Sir, run away from here. If you stay here for a moment, you will die, baby. Oh my God, oh my God, oh God. Oh God. Run away from here. Run away from here. Oh God.
Screaming like this, he came out of my room and started walking down the stair. He ran away. I was left alone in that horrible crematorium-like building. Now I was very scared. I thought I would run away, but all my friends would laugh at me. I got up on the bed. Suddenly, a human-like form appeared next to me like a palm tree. His head is up to the ceiling. His eyes started to burn like a fire. I shuddered. I reached for the pistol, but it couldn't reach it. The hand is useless and paralyzed. I tried to stand up, but my legs were numb. I tried to scream, but no words came out. I was in a state of loss of consciousness, but there was still a thought in my mind. I thought that if I am afraid now, then surely I will die quickly. So I tried to be patient. I tried to get up again. I could get up now. I slowly opened a window. It was full moon night. A little moonlight entered the house. In that light, I saw that the huge black statue, like a palm tree, was not in the house at all. Only his shadow was standing on one side of the room. I went to bed again. The round light of red, green, yellow colours started moving around me. Then the house started shaking like an earthquake started. A girl's hand made of blood and flesh came out from under the two letters that I kept on the bed. I quickly went to grab that hand, but those two hands disappeared in an instant with the letters. Then a male figure entered the room. Then the figure of the boy. Moreover, I can't describe all the other terrible things that happened. Sometimes someone started trying to kill me by strangling me. Sometimes they started coming around my neck to break my neck. I was full of courage and shook my hand. It is a matter of wonder how I survived that night. The landlord heard all the words. Strange things came out from under the soil of that room. There is neither time nor necessity to say what those things are. The owner of the house burnt all those things in fire. From that day on, the ghosts went away from that house.